Hello everyone. In today's video we're going to be going over the Hunter's Crucible event, how you can maximize the rewards, and I'm going to show you guys just some example teams that you can use. Obviously you should use probably your best team for clearing, to make sure that you're going to get the best clear time and ensure that you get the best rewards. I'm going to show you how you can kind of clear it with two different Discord teams. First, you're going to go to the event, and it's going to tell you to find this guy. You talk to him, it's going to show you the menu, and then each day of the event, presumably, a new boss character that you can fight is going to be unlocked, and to claim the rewards maximum on each stage, you'll need to get at least 5,000 score. It is not super easy. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's easy. I'm not also gonna say that it's super difficult. The max difficulty puts the enemies at level 75, minimum at level 45. So as long as you have a team that can clear beyond the rails, you should be able to clear this without too much difficulty. As you can see, there are different modifiers for target time, enemy HP, enemy attack, and then various resistances. The first stage it had resistances for Chaos and Lakshana. This one, it was more so for the Charge Triad. So I'm just going to put it up to all of the max difficulty settings at the highest difficulty layer, and I'll show you what that looks like. This team is a level 70 Lacrimosa, a level 70 Daffodil, a level 60 Haniel, and a level 60 Sakiri. As long as you're paying attention to the enemy's attack cycles, you're dodging, getting your post, paying attention to your Esper cycle reactions, and timing your damage loops well, then you should be able to maximize the amount of damage that you're doing. The amount of time that it's going to take you to complete the challenge is honestly kind of going to depend on, it's going to depend on how much damage you're going to be able to output during that time. Again, I'm basically kind of showing you that you don't need a super maxed out team with like super, min-maxed stats and everything like that. I do have a good team. This is a good team. This is the team I use for Beyond the Rails, and for pretty much all the in-game content. But you can do this with other characters as well. Again, just as long as you're paying attention to your reaction cycles and your team rotations, and ensuring that you are getting the team interactions and damage interactions that you want, you should be able to come out of these challenges without too much difficulty. You'll be able to see that here I'm not going to clear the specific, I don't think I clear the specific target time. We'll see. I don't remember. I'm doing this voiceover in post. I just basically kind of wanted to show you guys how doable this is. It's not super difficult. I wanted to show you guys the gameplay, and also kind of give people a little bit of an example to look at, to show that you don't even have to be the cleanest when it comes to like the dodging. As long as you're paying attention to, like I said, your team comp, your reactions, and your damage cycles, you should be able to pull this off without too much difficulty. I'm not the best at like the dodge timing, especially with these particular enemies. Their attack patterns are a little funky. They have several different attack patterns that they use that are like multiple attacks, and they attack at different ranges as well. So there's some that are at a longer range, some that are very close range. So you really kind of got to just pay attention to them. But if you have a decent Discord team set up, or really, I mean, I imagine you could probably pull this off with a decent Blossom team, though I will add the caveat that for the difficulties that you can set, you know, if you're going to be giving them the Anima resistance or Cosmos resistance or Lakshana resistance, keep in mind that those resistances are going to play a larger part in clearing the stage as well. For the first stage, for example, myself, I did not clear it using the resistances for, like, you know, chaos, for example, or incantation, because, you know, I didn't want to make it any more difficult on myself than it needed to be, and likewise, I tried to clear this multiple times at the max time, and I only got to around about I want to say somewhere in the 4,000s when it comes to the points. But then I dropped the target time to 180 seconds, and using those settings, my max clear time was like 170 something seconds. So I figured as long as I'm paying attention, I could shave a couple seconds off of that, and I was able to get that up to 5,000 and clear all the rewards for that one. So it's 100% doable, even if you don't have your team maxed. And you can see from my character stats, you know, Daffodil and Lacrimosa are level 70, but as I said before, Sakuri and Hanyo, my support characters, both of them are only level 60. Their consoles and cartridges are not cracked or anything like that. I don't have god rolls. The arcs that everyone has are, you know, just up to level. They're just level 60, no extra mixing or anything like that. So, you know, you don't have to have a stellar account in order to pull this off. It's not, I'm not going to say it's 100%, you know, beginner friendly. You're definitely going to want to have a team that can clear some endgame content. But as long as you have a decent team that has got solid DPS, you should be able to clear this without too much difficulty and get all of the rewards, at least get 5,000 points. Here I'm going to show you, I swapped out Lacrimosa for Baisang. So this is going to be a 100% unlimited team, no limited characters. I'm going to put on all of the max difficulty modifiers for our rewards, and you will see that I will be able to clear it at a score of the exact same score that I got with my Lacrimosa team. I don't necessarily clear it any, you know, faster or slower. I probably do clear it a little bit slower, but I don't clear it any faster than I do with my Lacrimosa team. And I still earn the same rewards. I get a 5,500 point score, which is more than the 5,000 needed to get all the rewards from the second stage. Again, another thing to pay attention to is like your dodging and riposting. Baisang is actually not one of the greatest characters to bring here, just for the simple fact that his riposts bring him directly back into range of the characters when you dodge, rather than, you know, another form of riposte that can be applied at a range. And so when you riposte with him, if the enemy has an attack pattern that's multiple attacks at once, you'll see Baisang getting smacked around a little bit. Thankfully though, his kit allows him to heal himself. So as you can see throughout this clip, we're gonna clear this, and we're not gonna lose any characters. It is gonna be a little bit more of a strain, and honestly that was more so that just comes down to tech and me not dodging like I'm supposed to, not necessarily rotating when I'm supposed to, because they definitely do have a high damage output for sure, using the different modifiers to get the maximum amount of points. But again, as long as you're paying attention to your damage cycles, your reaction cycles, your character's kits, and you kind of have a good idea of your team's synergy, you should be able to pull this off relatively easily, or not. Again, not necessarily easily, but you should be able to pull this off. It's definitely realistic. You can pull it off with no limited characters. You can pull it off 100% free to play, and you should be able to get the max rewards, even using only limited characters. So here's your live look at the Hunter's Crucible. These are the first 2 bosses that are available. Again, in the coming days, more bosses will unlock and be available that we can challenge for more rewards. So in the coming days, if you still want to work on your teams a little bit, I would say, buff up your teams even more. Keep growing your teams. This is definitely some end game content for anybody who has been looking for just more stuff to do, more challenging things to do. There's definitely a good little bit of challenge here, and you can set the challenges yourself for the challenge mode, and likewise you are able to, in that way, determine the rewards that you can receive. So once again, they're giving us with so much utility and a lot of extra rewards and extra content, all going hand in hand. All you gotta do is just kind of play the game. If you play the game, then this extra bit of content that we're receiving in the Hunter's Crucible, I think that you'll enjoy it. So, and it's definitely easily able to be completed by, again, I guess I keep using that word easily because I should say that you aren't gonna have to go out and do a bunch of prep to do this. You should have teams capable of completing this content if you've been challenging beyond the rails. So that's today's video. That's all I got for you. If you like these type of videos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
What do you... Me! Me! It's my duty.